Welcome to the NHL Network. From the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, I'm Thomas West. Alongside me, Zach Finch. The Predators really need a win tonight as the Pittsburgh Penguins have taken a commanding 3-0 series lead. Their starting goalie, Zach?
Well, Matt Murray's had Nashville's number in this series. He's going to have to put up one more on the road to win the Cup. And Pekka Rinne, who has struggled, needs to string together a couple of games to get Nashville back in this one.
Well, the veteran 37-year-old Pekka Rinne is looking to stop the Pittsburgh Penguins from winning the Stanley Cup tonight on the road. And obviously the Nashville Predators probably have a different story in mind. Roman Josi, the points leader in the regular season, gets it off the draw. But the Penguins are back the other way. Jake Guentzel over to Patrick Hornqvist. Fires a shot on net there and an early glove save for Pekka Rinne.
And that's just what Pekka Rinne needs right now. An easy save to start it off. Just settle himself into this game. The crowd is loud tonight here in Bridgestone Arena, so you just kind of have to tame that pressure and just play his game.
Well, it sure is, Zach, and Pekka will be hoping to have kind of the same performance he had last game. He only allowed 3 goals. Patrick Hornqvist fires a shot on net and another save from Rinne. But they still lost that game in overtime and a bit of a heartbreaker as well. Ryan Ellis brings it up the wing. And joining the rush, the big defenseman Ryan Ellis centers it to the middle, and a pretty good chance there in front of the net for Ryan Johansson, but he couldn't get it through the 5-hole with Matt Murray. Jake Guentzel gets it across to Brian Dumoulin. Hornqvist trying to center it, but once again it's Roman Josi stepping up and this time intercepting the pass. Matt Duchene working it into the corner. Duchene pinned against the boards. Johansson a centering pass, but it was cut off by Zucker. And it's Jason Zucker up the wing for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Zucker working his way in. Johansson across to Forsberg. Over the red line, Philip Forsberg. Trying to get it back to the point, and he will. Victor Arvidsson tries to play it over for Kyle Turris, and a stick in front of the net shatters, but it was a Pittsburgh Penguin. Another centering pass, and Evgeny Malkin is right there to cut that one off. Jason Zucker working it to the middle. Zucker a centering pass, and Victor Arvidsson. A good defensive play, and he gets bowled over there after passing it up. Almost turned over in front, but Brian Dumoulin just able to keep it away from the offender there of the Nashville Predators. Malkin, centering pass is cut off. Craig Smith has been the goal-scoring leader for the Nashville Predators in this series. Benino, a shot to the middle, tipped in front, and the Nashville Predators have taken a 1-0 lead.
Well, it doesn't matter how you get them. A bit of a weak shot on net might have fooled Matt Murray. You're expecting the shots to be a little harder, and so a little bit fooled out in front, deflected into the 5-hole. Murray not really standing a chance, and just a puck that fluttered as Benino shot, and it hit Pettersson's stick on the follow-through. And so an early one for Nashville, and that's exactly what they needed to start this one.
Well, an early 1-0 lead, and that's exactly what the Nashville Predators need as they're trying to stave off elimination in the final round of the Stanley Cup Finals. Played into the corner, Craig Smith, and the Predators are looking for more. Back out in front. Yannick Weber down low. Benino trying to work it back out front. Benino. Dan Hamhuis throws it across, but John Marino, a nice play to step up, and he's going to join the rush and dump it all the way behind the net of Pekka Rinne. Hamhuis out to Nick Benino. Craig Smith through the neutral zone. Smith fires a shot. Rebound in front again, and it's Rocco Grimaldi on the doorstep. And it's 2-0 for the Nashville Predators.
Well, a similar goal from the first one, as it was a weak shot on net. Murray seemed to get caught a little off guard. Just stuck the pad out, but left the rebound right there. And an easy finish for Grimaldi in Nashville. A 2-0 lead. Pittsburgh has come back from these before, so Nashville, not the time to let up, as we've seen Pittsburgh come back again and again. So Nashville trying to rewrite the story in Game 4 and perhaps start something new in this series.
Well, let's be honest, Zach, that was quite a meager effort there, as Rocco Grimaldi is going to get his second of the game from Matt Murray. Quite a weak pad, couldn't cover up the rebound, and Rocco Grimaldi 2 goals on the same shift to start off this hockey game. Colton Sissons with it now. Dan Hamhuis Tried to get it back to Dan Hamhuis, but it's going to be turned over. Now Hamhuis is on it. And he's going to play it all the way behind Matt Murray, who, to be honest, looks pretty rattled right now as he's let up the first 2 shots of the hockey game. Dominic Cahoon trying to work his way to the middle. Hamhuis is going to play it up the wing through the neutral zone now. Colton Sissons, and he's tripped up a bit there, but no call. Jack Johnson. Patrick Hornqvist over to Dominic Cahoon. Hornqvist in the middle. Jack Johnson. Schultz. Johnson. And played into the corner to the star player, Sidney Crosby. Craig Smith. Well, that's Duchesne. Shot there from the point, and oh boy, 3-0 early on. And Matt Murray has given up the first 3 shots on goal of this game.
Well, he's played fantastic this whole series, but when the Stanley Cup is on the line, sometimes the pressure just might get to you. Murray, who's been in these situations before, just not having it tonight. Might have been screened out in front. And so far, Matt Murray just shaky, not seeming himself out there, and he needs a bit of a boost of confidence right about now.
And these goals are not ones where you say, oh, well, he had no chance at that one. They're 3 shots that he probably had a chance to save. In front, Hornqvist, and 3-1 now. Patrick Hornqvist, are you kidding? A goal-scoring fest to start this hockey game. And now it's Pecorine who's given up one.
Well, Pittsburgh right back on it as they have been all series long. Their offense carrying them up to this point. And right now, Pecorine allowed one there as Hornqvist had all day to shoot. No defender picked him up. He had time to stop, pick where he wanted to shoot, and let it go. And so Nashville on the defensive end, maybe getting a little bit cocky, being up 3, and they allowed Hornqvist wide open in front of Pecorine.
Well, you get a 3-0 lead early on and a chance to stay alive, but don't let the high-flying offense of the Pittsburgh Penguins back in the game, as it's been all offense to this point in the hockey game. 3-1 for the Predators. Ukestad. Ryan Ellis. Kyle Turris on it. Throws it back to Ryan Ellis. Victor Arvidsson spinning it to the middle. There's a save from Matt Murray, and a pretty good one as he had to come out on a pretty good shot from Kyle Turris.
And as we see here, the top 10 goals, Patrick Hornqvist tying for that #1 spot in goals. He's been stellar for Pittsburgh and carrying them through these playoffs. He was fantastic against Carolina, and we'll see what he can bring further along this game.
A pass that's errant back to the point, and it's Brian Rust. A 2-0, and he gives it over to Zucker. And it's 3-2.
Well, I am absolutely speechless right now. What a game. These fans are getting their money's worth. However, right now, Bridgestone Arena has went quiet. You can hear a pin needle drop in here. They were already celebrating this game, and Pittsburgh, in a matter of minutes, right back into this one. A 2-0. Rust had the whole building fooled, myself included. Pecorine didn't expect the pass to come, and Zucker had a lot of net to shoot at, and he didn't miss.
Well, I don't know what's going on in this hockey game, but it's certainly not a defensive clinic so far from either teams, and now it's just about a restart of the hockey game as it's a 1-goal game midway through the first period. Zucker again working it to the corner. Dumoulin, one-timer, and that one was blocked in front. A shot there from Malkin is going to go wide. Yannick Weber to Bonino. Back to Yannick Weber. Bonino gets it back and plays it up to Craig Smith. Smith to the corner, to the middle now, and another pretty good save from Matt Murray, who maybe is settling in a little bit after those first 3 goals on the first 3 shots.
Well, you see him getting his legs underneath him a little bit, just feeling a little more confident, trying to get moving around in that net, trying to get more agile, as Murray has been slow to read these pucks early in this one.
Johansson to the corner now, trying for a centering pass, but the stick of Granlund was lifted. Now he works it to the middle. Granlund is hooked up a couple of times, and on the second one, it looks like John Marino is finally going to get penalized. A guy who's been pretty good on the defensive end for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
And not a guy you want to go in the penalty box. He's way too aggressive with the stick, tried to slow Granlund down in front of the net. It was just him and Murray. So perhaps crisis averted there, but Nashville's going to go on the power play.
A chance to score yet another goal for the Nashville Predators in this first period, and right off the bat, the Pittsburgh Penguins will win the face-off and play it all the way down the ice. Gramlin now, Ryan Ellis joining the rush again, a 2-on-1, and a nice play there by Marcus Pettersson to cut off the big Ryan Ellis, who was busting down the gut. Ekholm turns it over to Brandon Tanev, a centering pass, Teddy Bluger plays it into the corner, and it's turned over again to Brandon Tanev. Now Marcus Pettersson will play it behind the net, and finally Ekholm is going to get a chance to clear for the Nashville Predators. Smith trying to set something up, plays it to the middle. Ekholm fires a shot, and another save there from Matt Murray. Brandon Tanev across the blue line. Tanev wires it in, and kind of an awkward save there, as it was Pekka Rinne who just played it to the corner. Philip Forsberg working to the middle. Forsberg wires a shot. He just missed that one wide. Duchesne again! And 2 saves from Matt Murray. Power play is now over as the puck is cleared all the way down the ice. Johansson plays it up to Matt Duchesne. Philip Forsberg. Duchesne tried to get it back to him, and we'll say just onside. Look out, here come the Penguins. Hornqvist right on net! And it was dangling around in front of the net, but Pekka Rinne able to cover it up.
As we take a look here at the top 10 points, just see Pittsburgh and Nashville starting to take over the list, being in the Stanley Cup Finals. And right there just illustrates what players we need to keep our eyes on later down this one.
Letang across to Dumoulin. Crosby in a pretty big collision there in the middle of the zone there of the Nashville Predators. Austin Watson up to Calle Jarnkrok. Watson gets it back. Ellis. Dan Hamhuis, the 2001 draft pick of the Nashville Predators. The puck is played in front, and now it's 4-2. Colton Sissons gets the goal on a pretty pass to the middle.
And that might have been Nashville's first quote-unquote real goal of the match. One-time shot right out in front. We can finally say Murray might have had no chance on that one as he went into the desperation save. Just unable to locate it. Quick shot right out in front, and Nashville not resting quite yet, jumping back out to a 2-goal lead.
Well, a nice job by Colton Sissons to just nuzzle that puck into the bottom corner of the net past Matt Murray. But a pretty ugly save percentage to this point in the hockey game for Matt Murray, and you wonder when the Pittsburgh Penguins might try to get a momentum boost and maybe bring the young Tristan Jarry into the game. Yannick Weber back to Calle Jarnkrok. Obviously, we're not at that point yet, but 4 goals in the first period is something to raise your eyebrows at for Matt Murray. Dan Hamhuis across to Austin Watson. Jared McCann right there to pick that one off. Watson was double teamed, and McCann promptly turns it over once again. John Marino with it. Gets it across up the neutral zone. Brandon Tanev fires a shot on a pad save there from Pekka Rinne. Puck played to the middle once again. Tanev, another pretty good chance to score. And Pekka Rinne cuts him off both times. Victor Arvidsson to the middle. Shot is deflected in front. Right out there and sitting between the pads of Matt Murray. But he's able to reach back and make the save.
And the spotlight is on Matt Murray right now. You mentioned we might see Tristan Jarry. He hasn't played since March 8th, so we'll see if it gets to that point, if he is ready to come in here in the Stanley Cup Finals with a chance to take it all home.
Jason Zucker gets it up. Evgeny Malkin, Rust on it once again. Dumoulin to the middle. A shot there, and Evgeny Malkin gets the goal and brings it back within 1 again for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Well, right now the Penguins is just a pest you can't quite get rid of. Nashville, who's probably felt like they should have won a couple of games in this series, couple of heartbreakers. And right now, having scored 4, Rinne just letting up a couple goals right here in Malkin. The goal right there just picked the corner as Rinne was sliding the other way. And Pittsburgh never count them out. And in this first period, what a wild one. 7 goals and we're not even finished yet.
Well, it looked like the Nashville Predators were going to be completely in control of this hockey game, and well, it's a high-scoring affair to this point, and a one-goal game at that. The Pittsburgh Penguins easily capable of still winning this hockey game after going down 3-0. Jason Zucker, a 2-on-1 developing here. He's got Rust with him again. Rust trying to fire a shot to the middle, and a second time for the 2-on-1 tandem of Rust and Zucker. On it once again, Brian Rust plays it to the corner, but it's going to be picked up by a Nashville Predator. Rocco Grimaldi, a centering pass is cut off by Brian Dumoulin. Sidney Crosby, Chris Letang, Dumoulin, Gensel out there for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Jake Gensel winding with it, trying to find his way to the corner, can't do it. Smith receives that pass from Duchesne. Smith works it back to the point, and a turnover once again. Shot there and a save by Matt Murray on a laser from Matt Duchesne.
What a laser it was, Thomas. Quick reflexes with the glove in Nashville. 3 seconds, we'll see if they get another opportunity to close this period out.
3 seconds to go, back to the point. Ryan Ellis across Duchesne, and he scores! Oh, Matt Duchesne, what a shot to ring it off the iron with 0.8 seconds to go in the period.
And that's as close as you're going to get to a buzzer beater here in hockey. Matt Duchesne, with less than a second left, perfectly picks the corner. I don't think you can drop a better shot than that. And a quick play, 1 pass, 2, 3, right to Duchesne. That's something they've worked on all playoffs long. We've seen it countless times, and it works here in the final seconds. Nashville gonna go into the locker room up 2.
This is the craziest period of the NHL I think we've seen so far. Goals back and forth, and a ton of them at that as the first period closes out. Matt Duchesne, what a shot, and 5-3 in the first period of Game 4 in an elimination game. Are you kidding me?
Well, it's not something you see often, and we're going to have to see what happens with Matt Murray in the second period. We'll see if Jari comes in, but so far Nashville all over Pittsburgh, yet Pittsburgh not out of this one yet.
Well, a high-scoring affair, not a defensive affair at that. If you're a hockey fan, you're loving it. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back to the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee, and if you're just joining us, well, you've missed 8 goals to this point. It's 5-2 after one period for the Nashville Predators, who are trying to stave off elimination and avoid the Pittsburgh Penguins winning the Stanley Cup. And right off the bat, it's going to be a power play and a chance for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Well, this is exactly what the Nashville Predators didn't want. At intermission, I'm sure they talked about keeping the pressure and just pouring it on Pittsburgh. But right now, they're going to give their offense a chance to settle in the second period, as Pittsburgh's going to go on the power play.
Sidney Crosby is going to take the draw against Nick Bonino. Former teammates, and Nick Bonino, who won 2 Stanley Cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins a couple years ago, one of them coming against the Nashville Predators. Patrick Hornqvist, Brian Rust, across to Sidney Crosby, trying to get it back to Brian Rust, but he couldn't thread the needle there through the defender of the Nashville Predators, and it's going to be played all the way down the ice. Sidney Crosby through the neutral zone, working it in. Crosby ahead of steam, centering pass, and 2 pretty errant passes there from the captain, Sidney Crosby, and it's going to be turned over. Not much going on the power play so far. Patrick Hornqvist plays it into the corner. He's got Crosby going to the front of the net. Roman Josi is going to take that off Hornqvist and once again play it all the way down the ice. Well, a game where offense has been pretty prevalent. You would have thought that the power play of the Penguins might have been a little bit more effective, but not so much to this point. Shot there, and oh, let me eat my words. A shot from Chris Letang. right into the top corner, and a power play finally strikes, and it's 5-4.
Well, Nashville, just a bunch of errors leading up to this second period. Chris Letang with the finisher. Pekka Rinne looked as if he was down and out before the shot even came off Letang's stick, as he was in the splits position. And Letang, all he had to do was roof that shot. And we'll have to see about Pekka Rinne as well. We might see the battle of the backups tonight. And what a story it would be if the backup took home the Stanley Cup for the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I just thought of that. That would be quite incredible, and maybe a little extra motivation to keep Matt Murray, and the rather veteran player who has won cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins. But Tristan Jarry, obviously an all-star in the regular season, as look out. Here come the Predators. Forsberg, a centering pass across to Victor Arvidsson, who puts it home, and just like that, the Nashville Predators have taken back the 2-goal lead.
Well, Thomas, I don't really know what to say at this point, because there are just goals left, right, and center, and right now Nashville pulling a card out of Pittsburgh's book, as Pittsburgh getting the momentum. Nashville just stripped it all away, and a pretty goal there as a cross crease pass right to Arvidsson. Murray unable to get across in time, and the offense just keeps pouring on. I thought the first period was a fluke, but I guess not. And we'll see what the final score is at the end of this game.
I don't understand how you can go from a 3-2 overtime win to this. Someone has just flipped a switch in these teams, and the offense are just flying right now. Behind the net, Yannick Weber somehow comes away with that puck and plays it up to Forsberg. Dumped behind the net of the struggling Matt Murray. And it's through the neutral zone for the Pittsburgh Penguins. Brandon Tanev gets it across to Bukestad. Shot there and a pad save from Pekka Rinne. Matt Duchene trying to work it in, busting his way through across to Ryan Johansson, who gets a pretty good shot away, but a stop by Murray.
And just exactly what he needs right now, just build up the confidence. I would say with 6 goals on the board for Nashville, 1 more and he's done. And Murray, who's been a mainstay these playoffs, trying to pull it together here.
Murray's head is probably spinning right now. 5 goals on 12 shots after the first period. I can't imagine that stat has improved much. Ryan Ellis is going to get it behind the net. Jack Johnson plays it into the corner. Sam Lafferty out there. Johnson trying to find Dominic Cahoon behind Pekka Rinne. But eventually the Predators will come away with it. Ryan Ellis again trying to join the rush for maybe the 5th time in this hockey game, and he's going to go offside.
Well, we'll see where this score ends up. The most goals in a Stanley Cup Finals game was in 1973, the Chicago Blackhawks beating the Habs 8-7. So we'll see how this game finishes up, and we might see history in the making tonight.
That's quite an incredible stat there, and a penalty is coming. It's going to go against the Pittsburgh Penguins.
So Nashville are going to get a chance to amp up their offense here, as they've been strong, and they took away Pittsburgh's momentum, and Zucker looks as if frustration's just boiling over, as both teams getting a little reckless in the discipline area.
Bramlin is going to take the draw. It's the second power play unit out there. Bramlin back to Ellis, and another awkward save from Murray. Trying for a one-time pass, and well, how about the offense on the power play from Smith? But he couldn't get that shot to go there. Dominic Cahoon tries to center it, but it's right to a Nashville Predator in front of the net. Craig Smith plays it behind. Marcus Pettersson, it just goes by him, and now possession for the Predators. Shot from the point by Ekholm, and Murray makes the save.
And that looked like it was deflected on net, so good job by Matt Murray, able to adjust to that shot, get the pad on that one, and that was just good positioning there. We see more of that down the line.
Gremlins take the draw once again, and he's going to win it. Smith fires a shot. Oh, a nice glove save, flashing the leather by Matt Murray.
And people forget that Murray is the starter here in Pittsburgh. Although this game might make it easy to forget, 6 goals already against him. Still showing that high caliber ability to make those stops. And just hopes to see it more consistently down the road.
Forsberg a shot to the middle. And look out, it's still there, and Did that go off Murray or the crossbar? Either way, it went way up in the air, and eventually it's going to be cleared by the Pittsburgh Penguins. Played behind Pecorine. Out to Craig Smith. Ekholm. Teddy Bluger. Bluger to the middle. Gets it right back. Oh, what a creative play from the Pittsburgh Penguins there, trying to find Teddy Bluger. And Pecorine may have got a blocker on that centering one-time shot from Bluger. Roman Josi stepping into one, but it's blocked in front. Jason Zucker back to Jack Johnson, his partner Chris Letang, and Teddy Bluger up the wing once again. Bluger plays it behind the net, but there's no Pittsburgh Penguin there. It's Roman Josi who picks it up. Played up once again. Craig Smith trying to cut his way to the middle. Now he does, and it was a centering pass in the form of Ryan Johansson, who just about slid it by Murray.
And just a hole in the Pittsburgh defense that time around. Let Johansson slip right in there, and Murray coming to the top of his crease to challenge that. Perfect positioning there, and we'll reset.
The top line of the Nashville Predators is out there now. Brian Rust tries for a centering pass. It's intercepted, and here comes Ryan Johansson on the break. Johansson to the middle, and Matt Murray. It was pretty tied up, but Murray made the save.
And that play all started from Schultz. What a play defensively, able to get the stick in there. And Schultz, who's a two-time Cup winner with the Pittsburgh Penguins, trying to get that third, and a great defensive play to help out there.
Colton Sissons wins the draw. It's back to the point, but Dante Fabro just can't hold the line. And Fabro is going to work it all by himself. Jarnkrok centering pass to the middle, rebound in front. Oh, it's loose! And Matt Murray able to find it and cover it up.
Well, Watson just causing trouble out in front of Matt Murray. Deflected that puck. No one knew where it was. It was just hanging around in the crease. Murray, a good eye, able to find that one and get a whistle.
Played back, Patrick Hornqvist on it. Trying to work his way to the corner. Hornqvist back to Schultz. Shot there from the point, and it's blocked in front by a couple defenders of the Nashville Predators. Callie Jarnkrok working it to the corner. Jarnkrok centering pass. Colton Sissons trying to get his second of the game, and Austin Watson is on the doorstep trying to get his first. Jake Gunsel playing it over the blue line. Gunsel shot there. Oh, what a glove save by Pecorine. The 37-year-old still got it.
And that'll get the crowd cheering here at Bridgestone. What a save, and perhaps a turning point in this game. Pecorine looking outstanding like his old self during that save.
In a game where goals are not at a premium, what a huge save there from Pecorine. Puck is played back to the point. Yannick Weber, Nick Bonino on it. Centering pass in front, it's loose. Somehow Murray trying to keep it out. No, he won't. It's going to cross the goal line at some point. Oh, what a crazy goal there. And the Predators are going to get another.
Well, what absolute madness out in front of the Pittsburgh net. The puck was in the crease, so just everyone trying to hack away at it. Dumoulin right in there trying to clear. Letang's in there as well, and nobody could find it. It eventually trickles in, and another weak goal. There's been a few of those on Matt Murray tonight, but he's still in the net, Thomas.
Yeah, he is, and it's quite interesting after 7 goals, and we're still early in the second period. But Matt Murray is hanging in between the pipes. Shot there, another big save from Pecorine, and well, he's given up 4 goals, but he's kind of keeping his Predators in it right now. Shot there by Smith, and a blocker save by Matt Murray. Evgeny Malkin through the neutral zone, crosses the line. Malkin across to Dumoulin, fires a shot, and a blocker save. A flurry of really nice saves from Pecorine, who actually hasn't played as bad as his line score might suggest right now. Craig Smith centering to Kyle Turris. Dante Fabro, Smith on it. Turris, Fabro once again playing give and go. To the middle now. Forsberg tries to get a pass back. One too many for Craig Smith. Jake Gunsel, big hit there from Dante Fabro. Victor Arvidsson works his way past Fabro once again, and it's played back behind to Jack Johnson. Johnson on it, plays it up the boards. Pittsburgh Penguins a bit of a break now. Centering pass and another glove save from Pecorine.
And Jack Johnson, who's got a pretty hard shot there on the Pittsburgh blue line, just let one go. And Rinne, as he's done all night long, you saw it just there, making the big saves when they matter. He's let in a couple, but you're right, Thomas. He's been playing way better than his stat line might suggest.
Fourth line of the Pittsburgh Penguins against the top line of Gramlin, Johansson, and Duchesne of the Nashville Predators. Pass is going to get past there, and it's Dominic Cahoon trying to center it. A bit of a battle for the puck, but Ryan Johansson's going to come away. Gramlin, Johansson, and Duchesne on the break. Shot to the middle, rebound in front. It's still loose, and now it's in the net. Another goal for the Nashville Predators.
I think I might sound like a broken record, but I'm at a loss for words. A loose puck, people running into Matt Murray, no goaltender interference it looks like. The goal's gonna count, and just another mad scramble. It was deflected on net. Murray's had trouble with those weak deflection shots that have just trickled in on. And unable to locate that one, and it's in the back of the net. And here we go, Thomas. Jarry finally getting the call as they finally pulled the trigger on Matt Murray.
Yeah, it's just about time. Matt Murray, 2 goals that he just really should have had consecutively. And those aren't only the 2, there's been many more early in the game, but now Tristan Jarry, the all-star, is going to come into the game, so a guy that's pretty well suited to play this position. Jake Gensel is 8-4 now. Got there, John Marino looking for his first in the playoffs, and a save from Pecorine.
And Jarry having a fantastic year. He filled in for Matt Murray when he was injured. He was 20-12 during that stretch, 12-3 against Western Conference teams. So we'll see if he's able to ignite some energy here in this Pittsburgh team.
Kelly Jarnkrok, the 4th line of the Predators now out there. Shot there to the middle, and Tristan Jarry makes the save. Well, it was the 4th line against the 1st line, and now we're seeing it the opposite circumstance, but it didn't work out too well for the Predators. Face-off now is going to come to the right of Tristan Jarry. And it's going to be won by the Penguins. Quickly played up to Jake Gunsel, and they really need some goals soon. Justin Schultz just about delivered a shot that went high and wide of the net. Colton Sissons plays it through the neutral zone. Sissons behind Tristan Jarry. Pedersen. Marcus Pedersen tied up, and he turns it over to the middle. A shot, and it was a 2-on-0, and Tristan Jarry, a tough save, but he makes the first one here in the playoffs. Sidney Crosby busting up the wing. One-time shot to the middle, and wow, it's really a clinic being put on by Pecorine between the pipes.
And call me crazy, although it's 8-4, Pittsburgh doesn't seem like they're out of it yet. I could see this game getting a lot more goals because Pittsburgh still pouring on the offense, and you just never know with Pecorine between the pipes as of yet.
Brandon Tanev gets it out front. John Marino. Bukestad on it. Bukestad. Marino fires a shot, and a save once again by Pecorine. Turning out in front again was Bukestad. And with 1:39 to go, the Nashville Predators are probably just going to head to the locker room with an 8-4 lead if they can. Brandon Tanev plays it up the wing. One-time shot from the point, but it went well wide. Rocco Grimaldi up the wing again. Nick Bonino working it in. Bonino to the corner now. Centering pass out front. Brandon Tanev the other way for the Penguins. Tanev into the corner. Shot to the middle, and Zucker gets his second of the game.
Well, there you go. Pittsburgh right back on it. And now they're only down 3. I mean, if you look at it, you only need 2 to pull the goalie, and right there gives them an opportunity to perhaps strike a comeback in the 3rd period. And a big one before the intermission. What a difference maker that can be, as Nashville, instead of going in with a 4-goal lead, they'll have to settle with 3 unless something happens later on this period.
Pecorine has been fine in this hockey game. It's the defense of the Nashville Predators right now that is just not at the same speed as the offense is, it seems. As the puck is played up the wing, 15 seconds to go in the period. Not much time to get something going, but the Pittsburgh Penguins would love to have the action. Malkin in the corner, centering pass, and Ryan Ellis is going to pick it up. So that's just about going to do it here for the second period, and, well, just as crazy as the first. It's a ton of goals, and already one of these goaltenders is out of the net, and how long before we see the second?
Well, it looks as if they're rolling with Rinne. We've seen it all series long. He's allowed 6+ multiple times, and they've kept him in. But with their backs up against the wall, we'll see what they decide to do in the locker room.
The Pittsburgh Penguins have got some work to do if they want to win the Cup. From the NHL Network, I'm Thomas West. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back to the Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Tennessee. It's an offensive battle, 8-5 in favor of the Nashville Predators, and don't count anyone out quite yet, as it's been a super high-scoring affair, and, well, the defense has been not quite at the level the offense has, so we'll see what happens here in this third period. Jake Guentzel gets it back to the point. Chris Letang across for Brian Dumoulin. Letang on it again. Patrick Hornqvist, and he bumped off the puck. Matt Duchesne, the atmosphere in this building is electric right now to start off this period. So they're trying to keep their Nashville Predators in the Stanley Cup Finals and move their way onto a Game 5, but that's still in jeopardy. Gramlin centering pass and a save by the newly put into this game, Tristan Jarry. Roman Josi loses that one at the point. Jake Guentzel working his way up the wing. The top line of the Pittsburgh Penguins still out there. Guentzel is centering pass, and Brian Dumoulin has his stick explode on him. It was Justin Schultz, and he's the only defender back. Forsberg rips a shot, and it's a save there from Jarry. Tristan Jarry has been excellent since coming to this hockey game and kind of weathered the storm for this Pittsburgh Penguins. Unlucky there for Evgeny Malkin as he hits a broken stick trying to make his way through 3 defenders. Centering pass again. Fabro, and a rebound in front, and it's Victor Arvidsson who makes it 9-5.
And Arvidsson, another goal where it's just a rebound. This time Tristan Jarry, who has played a lot better, and just a rebound out in front. Nashville well positioned out in front, and Thomas, you said it in the second period, Pittsburgh just not having a good defensive scheme, letting Nashville right in there, and just Arvidsson with no man on him gets that rebound cleanly, gets the shot off cleanly, no defensive pressure on him whatsoever, and it's no wonder Nashville has 9.
I think it's fair to say, and we can say it on this one, he had no chance on that one, Zach.
Yes, exactly.
Played to the center once again. Rust, Zucker, a 4-goal hockey game. Evgeny Malkin back to Johnson, wires a shot and a save from Pekka Rinne. Kyle Turris plays it across to the last goal scorer of this hockey game, which is saying something considering we're at 14 goals at this point total. Brandon Tanev fires a shot to the middle. Rebound in front, and it's cleared away. Tanev a shot and a glove save from Pekka Rinne.
Well, it seems as if saves are far and few between in this game, so a good save by Pekka Rinne, just trying to slow things down, and that's all Nashville wants to do. You're up by 4, only 15 minutes left. Just slow down the game and stop Pittsburgh from entering the zone and getting any action out in front of Pekka Rinne.
Greg Smith is going to get it up the wing and centers it. Smith still on it, plays it to the middle. Nick Bonino working with it in the corner, trying to kick that puck in, but there's 2 Pittsburgh Penguins on it, and Bonino's going to come away with it. Plays it to the middle, Jared McCann. Up the wing, Brandon Tanev trying to fire a shot, but 2 Penguins once again. Right out in front, look out, and it was Jared McCann. I don't know how he missed the net on that one. Another shot, and it's right into the gut of Pekka Rinne.
What a wild shot from McCann out in front of the net. That puck whizzed around the boards. Might have hit off Pecorine, might have just missed the net. Either way, McCann with a golden opportunity to claw their way back to within 3, and the next goal will tie the record for most goals in a Stanley Cup Finals game.
Sam Lafferty out to Letang, a shot, and another save there from Pecorine.
And we're not seeing as much movement from Pecorine here. Last game he was moving the puck quite a bit, and a lot of times it fails. So just covering the puck again, slowing down the game, and not taking the risks. What he needs to do right now.
Face off one. Brian Dumoulin a shot, and the save there and a delayed penalty. But before we get to that, I haven't seen a lot of movement in general. People are tired here. It's a long game, 9-5.
Yeah, and the stamina probably getting low. Both teams have been pretty physical as well. So in terms of that, everyone getting worn down here in this long ENHL playoffs, and it's all coming to the apex here. What a game we're witnessing.
Teddy Bluger takes the penalty, and a chance to get into double digits here for the Nashville Predators on the power play. But first, the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to kill off some time in the offensive zone. Craig Smith plays it in. Justin Schultz on it, and he's going to get a chance to clear once again, but instead decides to turn it over to the Predators. Gramland playing it into the corner. Centering pass in front. Tristan Jarry able to kick that one away and makes another save on the slap shot from the point. Another one-time centering attempt. Dominic Cahoon on it. Working his way into the zone. Dominic Cahoon short-handed. Plays it back. Justin Schultz to the middle and a pad save. Across the red line. Matthias Ekholm. Pedersen. Dominic Cahoon. Playing it up the wing. Cahoon plays it behind the net. Breaking into the zone of the Nashville Predators, and all alone with Philip Forsberg, but not legally. And it's going to be 4-on-4 for 12 seconds.
Well, just a battle for the puck. Forsberg stuck his stick out and sent Chris Letang flying. Some Nashville players on the bench seem to be a little displeased, but we're going to get 4-on-4 action regardless, and the ice opens up just like that.
Sidney Crosby to take the draw against Ryan Johansson. A couple of stars there facing off. Crosby's going to win it. Johansson to Zucker. Sidney Crosby fires a shot, a blocker save. Now it's a power play for the Pittsburgh Penguins as they've killed it off. Letang. Back to the point. Jack Johnson. Gunsel. Jack Johnson again. Back to Letang. Fires a shot. Glove save, but he can't hang on to it by Pecorine. Sidney Crosby works to the point and a shot there, and once again able to hang on to it.
Well, good job by the Nashville penalty kill unit, just pushing the Pittsburgh Penguins out of the shooting lane. So Pecorine saw that shot all the way through from the point. And with that big frame of his, he's going to make that stop.
So Zach, am I right? The next goal will mark a tie of the record for most goals in the Stanley Cup playoff game?
Yep, Chicago 8, Montreal 7 is the record to beat. So 15 goals, we're almost there. And the next one will be history here in the NHL playoffs.
Letang, Zucker just about got it. Letang, back to the point. Malcolm's going to come out of the zone. And we're just assuming that will happen with 10 minutes to go in what's already been a high-flying offense game. Jake Gunsel to the middle. Shot there, and a save off the stick of Jared McCann. Roman Josi played all the way down the ice, and I guess we should prepare for the circumstance that we don't get there, but it just seems impossible, the amount of offense that has come in this hockey game. And Jake Gunsel, centering pass right there. Oh, what a save on the doorstep by Pecorine. Puck is still loose in front of the net, and Rene finally able to cover it up.
Well, it seems as if Nashville's doing a better job defending on the penalty kill than they are 5-on-5. Countless turnovers right in the slot, and Rene making a couple of great saves. McCann had that one-time shot out in front, and Ellis, who had that big hit, caused him to get out of position, which opened up the rush for Pittsburgh. So you got to choose your battles.
Ryan Dumoulin shot there, and Pecorine makes the glove save. It's fair to say that even though the goaltenders have made haven't made a lot of saves, it's still been a goaltending battle because Pecorine has been solid.
And he has been. This is probably the best game I've ever seen a goaltender play when he's allowed 5 goals. Nashville in some chances just leaving him out to dry. Absolutely no defense right out in front, so Pittsburgh has had some gimmies.
Yannick Weber gets it across to Grimaldi and puts it right back there. A dangerous play in front of his own net, but the Nashville Predators will come away with it. Nick Bonino across to Colton Sissons and couldn't get the shot away. It was Kelly Jarncroft. Hornqvist on it once again, trying to get it to Zucker and tried for a return pass again. The Nashville Predators are away. Greg Smith, that pass is just by him. Jake Gunsel on it. Hornqvist, Gunsel, Sidney Crosby. And it's turned over. Bonino working his way through the neutral zone. Into the corner. Grimaldi. Puck is knocked off his stick, and a bit of a chance here for the Predators right to the middle, and Tristan Jarry, who hasn't made a save in a while, finally gets some action.
And it was a deflection right out in front. The Pittsburgh D, again, just letting Nashville get into the shooting lane right out in front in the slot. And Pittsburgh needs to start thinking about going on the attack here, as they need a quick one to get back in this game.
Shot from the point by Roman Josi. He was the best on the power play and the regular season for the Pittsburgh Penguins in terms of scoring. Shot there and a shoulder save from Pecorine. Back to the point again. John Marino gets it back from Jack Johnson playing give and go. Marino across. Tanev fires a shot, and there's the tying record goal. Brandon Tanev gets it, and it's 9-6.
Well, there you go. There's Pittsburgh. They're right back in this game, and we've seen quick goals happen. This game is evidence enough of that. And so Pittsburgh, if they can catch heat here, might be a little bit different of a story. And you can just tell by the atmosphere in here. Bridgestone Arena a little bit more tense. It's nail-biting time here in Nashville, Tennessee. And it's going to be a crazy finish.
Well, there's still a chance to maybe break that Stanley Cup record for most goals in the game, but also remember, it's a 3-goal game with 6 minutes to go, and anything is possible from what's happened in this hockey game. Jared McCann knocked off the puck. Bukestad! And they've got 2 in short order. And now it's a 2-goal game with about 6 minutes to go.
Well, that's exactly what they needed. And again, we've mentioned Pecorine not even playing that bad. Look at Bukestad. He just walks in here. Ellis goes, picks up his man, but look at Bukestad. He's right there in front of the slot, basically a breakaway on Pecorine, and just poor defending has been leaving him out to dry, and he had all day to figure out what he was going to do, and he didn't miss. Pittsburgh right back in it, and Nashville only has themselves to blame.
It's a 2-goal game with a ton of time to go. Anything is possible here. 9-7 for the Nashville Predators. Teddy Bluger, he's not going to win that draw. Roman Josi. A centering pass there, it's turned over. The Pittsburgh Penguins are coming down the ice again. Dominic Cahoon, but he's just going to go offside.
And Pittsburgh looks as if they were shot out of a cannon. Just looks like there's a little bit more adrenaline there. We see the aggressive face-off lineup here. They're trying to strike quick, and so far they've done that. As we see there, the hits. Nashville trying to wear them out in the blue line, but then again, it's opening up that slot.
Kelly Jarncroft works it in. A quick shift for the fourth lines here, and then it'll be all powerhouse offenses to finish off this hockey game and see if they can't get something going. Ryan Ellis backhands it into the zone to his number 4 counterpart, Justin Schultz. Austin Watson, Kelly Jarncroft, and Teddy Bluger across to Justin Schultz. Laid back behind Pecorine, and not a particularly aggressive forecheck for a team that's down by 2 with 4 minutes to go. Kelly Jarncroft trying to work it in, but he loses the puck. Back once again, Sam Lafferty, backhand shot wide, and Teddy Bluger couldn't pick him up there. The fourth line's still out there, but now Victor Arvidsson is going to get on the ice. Arvidsson, he has Yannick Weber going to the front of the net. Weber right in the slot, and Marcus Pettersson will take it away. Now the big guns are right there. Patrick Hornqvist to Victor Arvidsson. Forsberg. Dan Hamhuis playing it up the wing. Hamhuis to the middle, and a shot there from Forsberg went wide. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Brian Dumoulin, Sidney Crosby trying to get a goal. Hornqvist fires a shot, rebounded front. Crosby was there, and Jake Gunsel had the final laugh at it, but he couldn't get a good shot away.
And Nashville doing the best they can to try to defend this 2-goal lead. They're trying to go into the offensive zone and get a cycle going to kill off more time versus just dumping it in, which is usually the more traditional way. So we'll see how it pays off if Pittsburgh can get the jump on them.
Dante Fabro plays it across to his defensive partner, Ekholm. He plays it up to Matt Duchesne. Duchesne centering pass there. Bramlett, a sharp angle shot, but a nice play by Tristan Jarry to cover it up. 1:46 to go.
And tensions rising here. It's going to be a crazy finish. The Nashville faithful getting loud here as this atmosphere has been electric. And we'll see what transpires here. Final minute approaching.
Grimaldi back to Dante Fabro. Ekholm, Bonino, Smith, Rocco Grimaldi. Fabro wires a shot from the point. A goal here for the Predators would certainly put it away, but there's still hope for the Pittsburgh Penguins if they can defend this rush. Shot there and a save by Tristan Jarry. Jack Johnson working with it in the corner, desperately trying to get it out. 54 seconds to go, still tied up. Craig Smith comes away with it, fires a shot, and Tristan Jarry makes the save with 49 to go.
Well, it looks as if Pittsburgh just fell off a cliff. Doesn't look like they have much energy. They need to get it out of the zone quickly to get Jarry out and perhaps get another attacker on. They have their third line out, their first 2 lines gassed, and so we'll have to see if they work quick here.
One-time shot, Tristan Jarry's going to have to cover it up again.
And so seconds ticking away. Nashville trying to hold on to this one. And if you said Nashville's going to get 9 goals, you'd think it'd be a blowout, but still a close game. Most goals ever in a Stanley Cup final, and it's here in 2020 on the NHL Network.
From a team that was 20th in the league in goal scoring in the regular season, the Nashville Predators have put up 9 in the Stanley Cup finals. Back to the point, Chris Letang, 30 seconds to go. Ryan Ellis is really going to help the case of the Nashville Predators now with 27 seconds to go. He'll clear it out. The net is empty and a centering pass right through the crease. Finds its way up to Bukestan, 19 to go. Bukestan working his way in. Back to the point, Dumoulin. Too much passing here from the Pittsburgh Penguins. Bukestan working it into the corner, 10 seconds to go. Bukestan still on it. Pass to the center, Brandon Tanev can't get a shot away. Now he does, and Pecorine makes the save. But 2.3 seconds to go. That is just about going to do it for a wild hockey game in Nashville, Tennessee.
And Pecorine must just feel like he got a chip off his shoulder, although he allowed 7 tonight. We'll see how a win motivates him later down the road in Game 5.
The horn blows, and the Nashville Predators will stay alive in more than dramatic fashion. It's a 3-1 series lead now for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it's got to be a momentum booster to score 9 goals at home and stay alive.
And you might think Pittsburgh being up 3-0 in the series was daunting. Well, this game is just truth that anything can happen, and you never know what's going to get into these Nashville Predators, and we'll see what happens. Still, a lot of series left to go, and quite the wild ride here in Game 4.
An NHL record for the most goals in a Stanley Cup Finals game, and it goes the way of the Nashville Predators. From Thomas West and Zach Fitch, thanks for tuning in to the ENHL Network.